Good morning, VC. The Zonkman coming back at you once again. Finally, this is not a contest entry video. Finally, the Zonkman is going to do an introduction. Nope, wait a minute. No vinyl community introduction video either. The Zonkman is going to do a vinyl finds. I think is that what you call it? Vinyl finds? Except the Zonkman's not calling it vinyl finds. The Zonkman's calling it Zonkman's vinyl grocery list. So stuff we're marking off the grocery list. And the reason I want to call it this, or the reason I talk about that, is because I actually have a list. We'll try not to get some glare. There are a few pages here. I literally write down albums that I am looking for, yes, on a clipboard. Yeah, how OCD is that? Or just the Zonkman's memory just really isn't that good. So you know how some of y'all you get to the record store and you don't even remember the album that you were looking for specifically, and so you just buy something else. So the Zonkman has a grocery list. We'll try not to throw it up there with too much glare again. And I've actually been confused with people who actually work at the music store, the record store when I'm there, because they see me with this clipboard flipping through records. Oh, this guy must work here. I'm going to ask him some questions. And I do not currently work at any record stores. So, that being said, this is, what are we calling it again? Zonkman's Vinyl Grocery List, number uno. I'm going to start off with my uncle coming into town visiting. And, if not everybody's seen previous videos, but the Zonkman talked about his uncle being an influence on the music and stuff that he listened to. And specifically, the uncle had vinyl and everything. Well, the uncle's a big Neil Young fan. So he's given the Zonkman Neil Young a letter home. I'm like, oh man, this is awesome. I'm not familiar with this. Some of you out there probably are. This is cool Third Man Records stuff. And if you're not familiar with Third Man Records, that's the Jack White record company. Awesome stuff. A Letter Home, this whole box set is about a booth where you could pay 35 cents and you could talk in it and it would make a record to where you could send home and you could play it on any record player. So you basically speaking a letter and sending it home for mom and dad to listen to wherever you may be gone. Well, of course, Neil is going to record some cover tunes in the booth. And they're doing whatever. If you guys are familiar with, of course, he's jamming his guitar in there, and then they leave the door open, and they got a piano pushed up to it. Awesome album, awesome concept. I want to show you guys some of these 5-inch that come with it. Of course, it's crazy. This big booklet, 2 LP records, 2 LPs. Let's see. I just want to show you one of those 5-inch. Of course, there's a CD. That's one stipulation the uncle says. Yeah, I'm keeping the CD, but you get the DVD. So the Zonkman's got the DVD, just missing the CD. But that's no big deal. Here is, and of course I didn't prepare this. Um, these are these cool 5-inch records. It says Third Man Booth, record booth, real cool. Neil Young box set. So that starts, of course, we'll put that together later. We'll put that all back together later. All right, continuing on with what we're marking off of the Zonkman's vinyl grocery list. And of course, since they're making a new Top Gun movie, I guess somebody thought about taking this to the local record store. Boom. Top Gun soundtrack. Of course, everybody's familiar with this. Tom Cruise, Kelly McGillis, the Kenny Loggins Danger Zone song, and of course the Top Gun theme. Really cool to get a copy of Top Gun soundtrack. I'm Rick James, bitch. I'm Rick James, bitch. I don't know if you all are familiar with the Dave Chappelle show, little Charlie Murphy. I don't even know if all that's correct or not. This is Rick James Reflections. Of course, it's some kind of compilation. The Zonkman is a sucker for anything 80s, even some of the pop music. Of course, Super Freak's on there. Where are we at? Super Freak. So we got Rick James. Okay, very cool. This is back in the Zonkman's wheelhouse. A little stoner rock, stoner metal, or desert rock. Yawning Man. Nomadic Pursuits. That's real cool for the Zonkman's vinyl grocery list. Scratch off. Can scratch this one off now. We'll talk some more about some Yawning Man. This is a cool 80s hair bands. Crocus. Changing address. Boom. It's got a real cool cover of Alice Cooper's School's Out. Um, what is it? It's 80s hair band stuff. We're throwing all kinds of stuff out there. Boston. Got this specifically for some psychedelic. No, I'm just kidding. Psychedelic was talking about Boston, and he was like, "Who wants that crap?" Of course, this was the third stage. It's got Amanda, some other stuff on there. You can't beat it for $1. Steppenwolf. This is the second Steppenwolf. Cool find. Of course, it's got Don't Step on the Grass, Sam, and Magic Carpet Ride. What's that other one? Faster Than the Speed of Life. Steppenwolf's always cool. It's cool when you find the Beatles in the dollar bin, too. There was a rough copy of A Hard Day's Night that we're reviving and bringing back to life. Of course, it's no audiophile pressing or anything like that. It's got A Hard Day's Night, Can't Buy Me Love. You guys are familiar with the Beatles stuff. Cool stuff. Days of Future Past, the Moody Blues. Marking off the Nights in White Satin. Maybe not. I played this, and Nights in White Satin went loop, loop, loop. Kind of pushed it forward. It looped again. Pushed it forward. It looped again. It was a dollar bin. The vinyl didn't look too bad. I'm going to try to clean it again. Maybe revive this one. Maybe this one doesn't get revived. I don't know. Still cool. Moody Blues always cool. Moody Blues is usually always dollar bin type stuff. Like this Zonkman said, he's a sucker for some of the '80s pop music. A little Tina Turner, Private Dancer. Yeah, what's love got to do with it? I don't know. What does love have to do with it? Has to do with everything, man. The whole universe is about love, man. Yeah, the Zonkman went there. All right, a little Chic. This, of course, was the first Chic record, 1977. Dance, Dance, Dance is on this. Where we got a little action there. Of course, the big thing on this, maybe you guys aren't too cool on the, I guess you would call that some disco stuff, but Nile Rodgers, man, the Zonk Man's just been getting into some Nile Rodgers. Awesome stuff he produced. It doesn't matter if he puts his touch on it. It's definitely worth a listen. And here, this is for my man Rod, the happy hippie out there. This is some new riders of the Purple Sage Power Slide. This, of course, is some, I guess you call it country rock. But we definitely had the guys from Grateful Dead helping out here, also with Nicky Hopkins, Jerry Garcia. So, new riders of the Purple Sage Power Slide. That was real cool to find that. And then here we go. We're going back around some David Bowie. Let's Dance. Maybe not the vinyl community's favorite David Bowie record, but it is one produced by Nile Rodgers. Of course, the pop hits are China Girl, Modern Love, and Let's Dance. Um, that's something. That's more of that '80s stuff that the Zonkman was listening to a little bit of pop music before he went out on the whole '60s '70s music genre. Then actually, I got a little some more Yawning Man, Macedonian Lines. This is real cool. Just came out today. This is for I'm showing this for some psychedelic, some psych music. Want to show that label? Yeah. What did I say? Label. Heavy psych sounds label. Let that thing focus, man. Let it sink in. I know psychedelic. He's all about like some old school psychedelic music, but they're still making some. It's still coming out. Not necessarily a new band. These guys have been around since 1986. And this was actually Italian release only. Real cool to get this today at the record store. Let's see what else we got here. Zao, The Funeral of God. This is more for my metalheads, man. This is some heavy stuff. It's actually a gatefold single LP. This is cool stuff, and this has. I'm gonna go ahead and show the olive green vinyl. It's like army green. We'll pull that out. Get a little taste of that. Zao. If you're not familiar with this actually came out in '04, I believe, and first time released on vinyl. And it actually took them like a year. They've been trying to release this since 2018, getting the rights and getting everything in order. Because I think the release date, it actually says 2018 on it, but the guy at the record store, he just got them in recently, like maybe a couple of weeks ago. So that was a cool find. And I believe I'm going to end on this note. Typo Negative, Bloody Kisses. Of course, this is a new reissue on Run Out Groove. Real cool. 2 LP. Of course, Gatefold. Really, really loving some Typo Negative from back in the day. This is my first Typo Negative uh, album on vinyl, and I'm going to show it just because it's a cool green marble of some sort. We'll kick that out. Just want to show that for you guys. A little wax action, a little label action. Typo Negative, Bloody Kisses. All right, that is the Zonkman's #1 vinyl grocery list. And I guess that's all. We're going to wrap it up with that. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you again shortly.